What's poppin', YouTube? It's your boy Ace coming at you with another one. So today, man, we gotta have a discussion. In fact, I really gotta get something off my chest, man. This is something I've been telling my homeboys for like the last year. In fact, I actually made a video about this probably about 3 months ago when I first started doing my YouTube channel. But I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna put that out there. Because I didn't want any companies to feel like I was coming at them or throwing shots at them. Or, you know, speaking on them in any type of negative manner. So, you know what? I feel a little bit more comfortable speaking on the subject because if you haven't seen what recently transpired in the sneaker community, Footlocker has invested $1 million or maybe even more than that. I know it was at least $1 million into GOAT. Okay, so with that being said, for the last year, man, I've been saying that Stockx and Nike got something going on. What I'm getting at is retailers and resellers are going to start working together. There's just too much money involved. It's too beneficial for all parties. And I'm going to go ahead and break down to you exactly why I feel like Stockx and Nike got something going on. And then we're going to get into the Footlocker and GOAT situation. So, for one, do you ever find it extremely odd that as soon as a hype sneaker sells out on Nike sneakers app, at 10 o'clock, any hype sneaker, well, any sneaker, it goes from notify me to the price of the amount of the shoe. And everybody clicks on that price of the shoe, trying to purchase them. Within a matter of minutes, you're either going to get that infamous got 'em picture that everybody's hoping for, or you're going to get what I always get, which is a little box that pops up in the middle of your screen saying this item's currently sold out. Now, do you ever find it extremely odd that as soon as you get that notification, like within 2 minutes, Stockx is hollering at you? Hey, Stockx has got a full size run over here. Come on over here and pay that resale price. I mean, it's just extremely odd, man. Now, if you guys know how any type of marketing is, or if you've dealt in sales before, look at it like this: a car salesman. You know why their job's so I don't want to say easy, but good? Because when people have the mindset that they want to buy something, like for an example, a car. If you've ever gone to a car lot to buy yourself a car, you get in that moment and you're caught in that hype and you just want to buy a new car so bad that you might end up buying a car that you're not going to be happy with just because you don't want to leave that day without a new car. You're caught in that moment. So what StockX does, being a pretty smart company, you're caught in that moment because you're on sneakers app like, damn, I want these shoes, I want these shoes. Boom, you take that L. Now Stockx catches you right when you're I don't want to say vulnerable, but you're in that moment to where you're like hyping these shoes up, you really want them, you just took the L and you're like, fuck, man. So a lot of times people end up buying them for the resale price and then end up regretting it later. If you don't believe me, next time you see a hype sneaker, look at the transaction history about 15 minutes after a sneaker drops. You'll see they will sell more within the next... You'll see more that they'll sell more within the first hour that those shoes have released than they probably will after that. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people are just like caught in that hype, like, damn, I took the L. I'll pay resale price. Fuck it. Boom. They just couldn't get caught in the moment. Now, number two, the second reason. Oh yeah, matter of fact, I want to show you something. Now you're gonna tell me Stockx and Nike sneakers app is not linked, bro. Look at this. I got an email yesterday from Stockx. I'm like, what the hell is this? Miss out on the Grammys night? Travis Scott Jordan 1s are here. Come on, man. Look, there's even a little paragraph. The Grammy Awards turned up a lot of L's for sneakerheads, hoping to grab the Travis Scott 1s. Don't sweat it. We have them for you. Like, come on, man. You're going to tell me that these apps are not linked together? It just doesn't make sense, man. Now, number two, the second reason I say that is because back in the day when you used to think about early pairs, okay, you used to think about a few employees slipping through the cracks with a few pairs. It wasn't nothing like how it is now. That's why back then, if you did have an early pair, it would be, you could get a lot more money for that early pair because there wasn't that many other people that got them. Now, if you look at the StockX app now, like we'll just go ahead and we'll go ahead and base this video around these Travis Scotts, all right? All pairs. Look at this. Multiple size runs. Come on, man. We'll go to all pairs. Look how many pairs are out there. All these pairs on StockX. Pages and pages. So you're going to tell me that like everybody that's got an early pair has got them on StockX? And that's not even counting all the transactions that have already gone through. These are all transactions that have already gone through. So it's like, look at that. Pages and pages. So how do you all get that many early pairs, man? It's just, it wasn't like that back in the day. Now, the third reason, this is the make it or break it reason, gets down to the nitty gritty. If any two companies or any two people in this world were to work together, what would it be revolved around? Money. That's it. If I own a company, I'm not going to go, if my company's doing great, just like how StockX and Nike are both doing, I'm not going to go into business with somebody unless it benefits me. They're not going to want to go into business with me unless it benefits them. So it has to be a win-win situation. And I'm going to show you exactly how beneficial this could be for both companies. All right. Now, all the numbers that I'm going to use here are just for an example. Now, if you were to bring this to my attention 2 years ago, I would say, nah, I don't think StockX would or Nike would work with them. Because at that point, Nike would have said something like, we just don't know enough about your company. We're not going to burn our reputation with a company that's just now on the come up. Once we see that you're sticking around for a while, then we might do business with y'all. And StockX has gotten to that point, man. They are the #1 reseller. They are the resale market, period. They're overseas with this shit. They are a corporate company. Like, they ain't going nowhere. So the thing is, it's like this, man. StockX is so large that Nike would not hesitate to do business with them. All right, so we're going to break down some numbers here. This is what would basically play out. I'm the owner, CEO of StockX, let's just say. I step to the owner of Nike. I tell you, hey, listen, man, from here on out, if you give us a certain amount of those sneakers that y'all produce, what we're going to do is we're going to give you the retail price that you're asking for it. Then we're going to take those shoes and we're going to throw them on our app. And once we sell all of them and we get a profit, we're going to break you off a certain percentage of our profit every single time. All right, so let me just show you how this works. Let's talk about the Travis Scotts. I'm the president of StockX. I step to the president of Nike. How many pairs of those Travis Scotts are y'all making? Let's just say Nike tells me of 50,000 pairs. We're making 50,000. Okay, well, if you let us get 15,000 of those pairs, we'll pay you that retail price that you want right up front. So 15,000. Now the Travis Scotts I want to say are 160, but let's just say 170 with tax. So 15,000 times 170 pairs, $2,550,000. All right. So StockX writes Nike a check for that right off the hip. They tell Nike, go ahead and send those shoes to our warehouse whenever you get them in it. So keep that number in mind now, $2,550,000. Now StockX is going to take those 15,000 pairs and put them on their app for, let's just say, 600 a piece after they release. All right, that's $9 million, bro. $9 million. All right, that's what StockX made off those 15,000 pairs. But that's not their profit because you got to take off what they gave Nike for the shoes. So you got to subtract $2,550,000. So $6,450,000 is StockX 100% profit. This is $6,450,000 that StockX did not have in the bank before they bought those 15,000 pairs. All right. So, like I said, these numbers are all just an example. The resale price of the shoe, the amount that they're buying from Nike. I'm just using all these numbers for an example. So they take their profit margin and then they give Nike, let's just say 20%. You know, they might do 30, they might do 40, they might do 15, who knows. But let's just say they decide that they're going to give Nike 20% of their profits. So take that 100% profit, multiply it by 0.20. That's another $1,290,000 that StockX is going to give Nike on top of what they already paid them for the retail price. Now think, if they weren't in business with StockX, all they would have gotten was that retail price. So this $1,290,000 is just a bonus for doing business with StockX. That's StockX's way of saying, hey, listen, this is just for breaking us off those 15,000 pairs. From here on out, every single shoe that y'all produce, let us get a certain amount and we'll break you off every single time. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none. Now, back to the two apps being linked. All right. If you know anything about Nike, ask anybody that you know that's a customer of, or an employee of Nike. If you know anything about Nike, their biggest priority and their biggest focus is on their marketing skills. Okay. And this company is a marketing genius. They know exactly what they're doing when it comes to marketing. So, what they're going to do to market these sneakers, they're going to go ahead and toss DJ Khaled a pair early. They're going to toss Mark Wahlberg a pair early. Go ahead and throw Travis Scott a pair earlier. Throw a basketball player a pair early. Because now you're seeing your favorite celebrity in these sneakers. You really want them. So Nike's hyping them up, hyping them up, hyping them up. Then they drop them on their Nike Sneakers app. Pull the plug 2 minutes later and mark them as sold out when they're not really sold out. They're just making you, the normal consumer, think, damn, these sneakers are super limited. These things sold out ASAP. Did you see ASAP Rocky wearing them? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Now you really want these shoes. And what they're going to do, mark them as sold out, dish off the rest of their inventory to their partners over at StockX. StockX is going to put them on their app for a higher price, sell them, break Nike off a certain percentage. Because listen, the better that Nike markets these sneakers, the more people are going to want them. And the more people that want them, the more StockX is going to be able to sell them for. The more that StockX is going to be able to sell them for, the more that Nike ends up getting broken off on the back end. You see what I'm saying? So it's a win-win situation for both these companies. So basically what I'm getting at is that extra profit that Nike's making on the back end can vary depending on how much StockX is able to sell the shoes for. So that's why Nike's going to try to hype the sneaker up as much as possible, because the more they sell it for, the more Nike will be able to get on the back end. Now, if you have any type of street smarts, street mentality, look at it like this, man. You look at a drug kingpin. They're getting work from overseas. What are they going to do? They're going to give it to the small fish. The small fish is going to go out on the aftermarket and move it. Then they're going to go ahead and bring the kingpin back his money and some, because the kingpin put him on the front. It's the same scenario with these businesses, bro. Anybody who's got a money-making mindset is going to do the same thing. We're all out to try to get it, no matter what, any means necessary. So look at Nike as the kingpin. StockX is a small fish. It is what it is, man. Now, the reason, like I said, I'm bringing this to the surface is because GOAT and Footlocker are going to be doing the exact same thing. The exact same thing. And I'm sure they've probably seen, I think, probably StockX and Nike doing this, so they're like, damn, let me get in on this. Look at it like this. Before, let's just say a Jordan's coming out, Footlocker distributes 100,000 pairs throughout the U.S. to all their stores. All right? Now, they're not going to distribute all 100,000 of those to their stores. They're going to go ahead and give they're going to go ahead and distribute 70,000 throughout the world, or the U.S. or wherever, and then they're going to go ahead and dish off 30,000 straight to GOAT. Let GOAT sell them at a retail or a resale price, so that way GOAT can give Footlocker the retail price that Footlocker was going to sell them for, and an extra percentage on top of it of whatever they're reselling them for. It's the same scenario, man. Same exact situation. So now that's going to lessen the chances for us as a normal consumer of getting our hands on a pair for retail from Footlocker, because now Footlocker is going to give GOAT a certain percentage of their shoes right off the hip. You know what I'm saying? Rather than sending all their pairs out to stores, you better believe GOAT's getting a good percentage of them shoes right up front. So it kind of sucks for us, but like I said, man, resellers and retailers are going to work together. It is what it is, man. I figured that they were going to kind of keep it behind closed doors, but obviously, you know, Footlocker and GOAT are announcing this to the public, so I feel like it's only a matter of time until you start hearing other companies like Stockx and Nike and stuff like that. I feel like it's only a matter of time until you start hearing other companies start coming out with it, that they're doing business with each other. Because, you know, they look at it like this. Retailers are seeing that sneaker resellers are going out and making $700, $800, $900. They're like, man, fuck that. We can just go ahead and partner with one of these apps and leave that middleman out of it. You got these dudes buying shoes off us and putting them on this app. We might as well cut them out of the equation and just put our own shoes right on the app. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how you got to look at it like that, man. It is what it is, bro. Hit that comment section down below and let me know how y'all feel. Am I crazy? Does it make sense? Because this is what happens. Usually when I break it down to people and I explain this whole situation to somebody, that's when they're like, damn, you know what? Ace, you're probably right, bro. That does make sense. So if you didn't notice it, watch and see now, and maybe you'll start to see the dots starting to connect, man. This right here just this still blows me though. The Grammy Award turned up a lot of L's for sneakerheads, hoping to grab the Travis Scott ones. Don't sweat it, we have them for you. Like, come on, man. They're even talking straight about the sneakers app. Like, this shit's crazy. Y'all gotta see this. But yeah, hit that comment section down below and let me know how y'all feel. Hit that subscribe button, push them post notifications, and hit that thumbs up one time, man. On that note, I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all be easy and stay tuned until the next one. Peace.